Okay, he kind of ate with that. You kind of slid with that little transition. Okay. You kind of slid with that. You kind of slid with that. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, hello. Welcome back to Billionaire Baddie, the Feminine Tarot. I am your psychic bestie, bringing you all of the most salacious divine feminine tea you will find anywhere. So, if you're a new best friend, make sure that you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a moment when I go live or when I upload. Definitely like the video, show some love for me, show some love for the channel. And then when you're done with that, best friend, meet us over in VIP Patreon, all right? That is where I post my most exclusive psychic readings on breaking news and trending topics that everyone wants the psychic tea on, okay? There is a menu, so you're free to scroll and treat yourself. But I definitely think that I should tell you about the All Access tier, okay? It gives you access to all of my psychic readings. That little spray was a lot. On all of my YouTube channels. Uh, the All Access tier gives you access to all of my psychic readings on all of my YouTube channels, in addition to all the psychic readings I release exclusively and only, okay? And VIP. Now, a lot of people want to know, well, what's the tea on the predictions, right? I'm a psychic medium. I do psychic readings. I make psychic predictions. And when they come true, I post the receipts, all right, in VIP. Now, if you just want the tea on my psychic receipts, then I encourage you to hang out in the Buy Me Coffee Cafe, all right, in VIP Patreon, all right. That will give you access to my psychic predictions. All right, that being said, hi, Batty. Let's get to the psychic energy surrounding you, okay? Okay. Hi, hello in the comments. Hello. All right. You see, I've got your quadrants sitting here. All right. First things first. What is this? All right. What's the good news? What is the good news surrounding you right now? It's such a pretty day outside. We've been having really good weather on my coast. Hope it has been good for you also. Of course, hope you are happy, safe, loved, and protected wherever you are. All right. That's the good news. This deck must be mad at me. Like, bitch, you ain't used me in a year. I'm sorry. You're so complicated. Okay, you're a challenge. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. Give us the tea. I know she like, don't come over here now. You ain't been using me. You know, a deck will get mad at you. All right, here. Have some Palo Santo, girl. Okay. Have some Palo Santo. All right, we here now. All right. What is the good surrounding our divine feminines? Okay. Spicy punch. All right, so we have a King of Swords here. All right, let's see what they're talking about. Nine of Swords. So you got some man and angst over you, girl. Okay, he like, I can't sleep, baby. All right, R. Kelly can't sleep for real, for real. All right. I don't fool with him. But everybody like, should we check on R. Kelly? I don't really fool with him. I'm like, sir, look, you done did the crime, do the time, and whatever come with that. All right. Maybe that's what's going on with this King of Swords here. All right. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. All right. Nine of Swords. Okay. Can't sleep, nothing. All right. Here. Health may be fragile because of their lack of sleep, because I'm hearing moaning, groaning, tossing, turning. All right. Feeling some type of way about the distance. I don't know if they sent you flowers and you sent them back. All right. Or wondering, should I send them flowers? All right. I'm hearing that Bruno Mars too. I hope he buys you flowers. Okay. Somebody feeling regrets, okay, over how they did or didn't treat you, didn't give you what you deserve. All right. I feel like you're looking extra beautiful, extra youthful, baddie. Okay. And somebody is just in angst over this. Okay. They could have juggled you with someone else here. Okay. You could be not paying attention to them or anybody for that matter. All right. What else? What's the good news? Now, I don't know how that's good news. Maybe it is. Okay. Maybe this person is experiencing what they put you through. Okay. So if you did know, now you know. Okay. You might be like, good. All right. Because now you know what it feels like or what I feel like. Okay. All right. Clarify this King of Swords, this Nine of Swords. All right. We have this Six of Wands, like the surprise, disagreeable discordance in the distance. Like, yeah, somebody is realizing after the fact that you are the one. Okay. Here, I feel like somebody is also distraught because they are realizing they could have won in life with you, right? You know how you'll leave a nigga and you'll be like, okay, well, I'm gonna just let him go ahead and go with whoever he think he can win with, right? And he may have very well done that. May have very well even thrown it up in your face, girl. Okay, parading and taking pictures and doing all of that. Now, after the fact, okay, he's over there watching you sitting pretty, being beautiful, minding your business, getting paid, drinking your water. And now he's like, damn, I really could have won with Batty. I really could have won in life. He's watching you win. All right. And it's the fact that you're winning without him. All right. And it's the fact that after the fact, it's like, damn, I really could have won with her, or she's what makes me a winner, or she's a winner after all. It's something about that with the Six of Wands. Okay. It's like an epiphany, right? Now they may have listened to some gossip or some type of slander about you, or maybe even people talking down on you, which is a red flag. Okay. Somebody might have talked down on you to the fact that they were able to get in this person's head and convince them that you weren't worth their time, their investment, or that they could do better. All right. They're realizing after the fact that that is a grave mistake. And it's also the fact that, again, since you have put yourself kind of in this leadership position, you could be popping on social media or popping on Facebook or just popping, period, right? And everybody is witnessing this glow up. Everybody's talking about it. You got, where you get that gloss from, or, dressing like you dress, styling how you style. I mean, somebody, and I feel like too it's other women's behavior, kind of this mimicking copycat behavior, and this person is just like in their head like, damn, these are the same bitches that told me, oh, she ain't all that, she ain't this and that. And it's like, well, if she ain't all that, then why are you copying her? Why are you mimicking her? Why are you trying to embody Baddie's energy, right? And so again, with this Nine of Swords, he all in his fucking head, like, damn, these bitches played me, right? And even the niggas now is all his friends, all right? The same friends that was like, oh, she a hoe, she this, she ain't all of that. I've seen better, you could do better. It's bad bitches over here. Now those same friends, okay, are like, damn, have you seen Patty looking good as fuck? Like, damn, and he like, but what happened to you said, you know what I mean? She wasn't this, she wasn't that. That's what you get for not using your brain, okay, and making your own decisions here. Now, okay, it's kind of like they pissed off, they're beside themselves. Everybody asking them what's wrong because they've been in this like real funk lately, okay? And they're not usually one to kind of express their emotions, but people know that they feel some type of way because they're being extra cold, they're being extra callous, towards everybody around them because they're looking like you talked all this shit and now you're on Baddie's dick. You know what I mean? So what the fuck was it when you was talking to me, right? They feel kind of bamboozled. They feel kind of tricked. So now after the fact, somebody is seeing your worth, all right? And, they feel some type of way about it. Okay, here. All right. What is it that you need to avoid about this situation? Okay. And it could also be somebody see that they can't win without you. That's a whole entire different thing. That they cannot win without you. And that's a nightmare in themselves because it's just like, again, I feel like they was right with these people talking mess, talking trash, saying this, saying that. And then after the fact, after the breakup or the separation, and you've went on with your life, everything has went to hell in a handbasket and now they're seeing you were the good thing in their life. You were the good energy that was making everything flow. I'm hearing you gave my life meaning. Okay, here. So, what is the thing you need to avoid? Eight of Swords. It's a lot of air energy. Could be a fire sign too. All right. Here and they're all over the place with this, with their decision. And again, I think Mano, he out there saying this stand on this season, stand on how you felt, stand on how you treated me or discarded me or whatever. Just stand on that, right? And somebody is having a hard time dealing with that. So what you need to avoid is Eight of Swords, getting caught up, all right, and stuck in this person's dramas and projections. Because I do feel like it's so intense to the point that they want you to look and focus on them or they want you to look 1, 2, 3, 4, exactly that. All right. And, try to fix it. Maybe you were the one who fixed everything before. And it's just like, nah, get somebody else to do it, basically. Right. Says the mountains nearby indicate the presence of a mighty, enemy, right? And I feel like this King of Swords is one of them type of individuals, right? That try to make, their fuck ups your problem, okay? Even if, you were the inspiration, the good thing, you didn't do anything but love this person. You didn't do anything but try to be good, try to bring good, positive energy and they rejected you, right? Now, after the fact, they are watching you progress, they are watching you glow up, and they realize they discarded, like a true gem, a true rose in the garden. Now it's like your fault because, well, you should have stayed and fought for me, or you should have stayed and trying to convince me. Who finna do that? What I look like? All right, what I look like? Maybe you did at first, but I don't feel like that's you now. I feel like now you're the one. Like, I feel like now the shoe is on the other foot and you have all the confidence in the world. Okay. Maybe this breakup of this separation really dealt a huge blow to your confidence where you were feeling down, where you were questioning yourself, you were questioning your worth. Now the shoe is on the other foot where you feel really good, you feel really confident in yourself, you feel really good about your skills, your abilities, you feel good about yourself as a woman, just all of that. And you also see how people in your circle and out of your circle, people that you know and strangers are responding to your energy, right? And I feel like the lesson that you learned here is to decenter men, right? What happens when you center men is they start feeling themselves, they start smelling themselves, you know what I mean? And that makes them popular with bitches that normally wouldn't have even seen their worth or seen their value, and then they don't even respect, okay, the clout that you gave them or the glow up, the energy boost that they get, that you gave them. They start to look at you and treat you like you ain't shit, right? And so now, where you may have been more loving and more submissive and more, you may very well be in this King of Swords energy. Like, I'm gonna put my mind, I'm put myself, I'm gonna be selfish like these niggas. Basically, is what I'm getting for you, right? And so again, you know, what you're avoiding again is getting caught up in this person trying to draw you into this trap of going back and forth and arguing. But there's really nothing to argue about, right? You made your decision. You said you want to go with this person or deal with that. You didn't want to fuck with me. I agree. There's nothing really to talk about. But now they want you stuck in the past over them fucking up, right? Here they want you stuck because they're stuck and they can't get over how they fumbled, how they flopped this opportunity, okay, um, with you here. And it's not, again, the way you avoid that is like, you're not even my enemy. You can't be. I would have to care for you to be my enemy, and I don't. You know, you made a decision. I respected your decision. Why are you here trying to cause a drama or trying to make it known that you got a problem because you essentially fucked up? All I did was respect your decision, my G. Right? Right. Let's see how else. Okay. Here. So watch out for that. All right. That somebody wants you, you know, again, trapped in your head and going back and forth. And I don't feel like you are, but I feel like that's their goal, to have you travel back and be thinking about how you separated, how they left, and all. Like, no, just keep it where it is. I feel like you're in a good position. I feel like you're in a good mindset. And again, it's just reminding them of the truth. You made a decision. I respected it. I have moved on respectfully, right? All right, so we got this Eight of Pentacles and this Three of Cups. I do feel a lot of this is because whatever you do, you're being seen publicly. I feel like you're being respected and revered publicly. And this is also getting to this person. I'm hearing loser. So maybe when you guys were first hooking up, or, you know, getting to know each other, maybe friends or family or people in this person's inner circle were calling you a loser. Maybe you aren't then who you have established yourself to be now. Okay. And so they kind of, you know, exited stage left and didn't give you a chance to blossom. They didn't give you a chance to grow. Now with this Eight of Pentacles and Three of Cups, I do feel like you're in, you know, a more powerful and well respected energy because you respect yourself. And now people are really seeing what you had to, what you brought to the table all along. Okay. And there were those who kind of hung back and reserved their opinions. Okay, they were mature enough while people were talking shit and saying, oh, blah 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 blah. There were some who were mature enough and were just like, I'm gonna just see. Okay, I'm gonna just reserve my opinion. I'm gonna just see. And now those are the people that are going up and actively celebrating you. Like, oh my God, did you see what Baddie's doing? Did you see Baddie yesterday? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see? Wow, that's really great. They're really doing amazing. I'm so proud of them. And they can say that because they never talked shit about you. Number one, because they didn't know you. And number two, without having enough information to make, you know, an informed decision about you, right? And so again, a lot of that angst is because they kind of fumbled. So now we have this Eight of Pentacles, okay? It says the broken glass foretells ill luck for long years of near, but of distant, it draws the death of a friend. Yeah, I feel like, wait a minute. Okay. Um, Three of Cups, the sun near signifies happiness, popularity. Yeah, near snakes and anything, the dark side, it um clouds vexations. Okay, so that's what this is. I feel like the luck has turned around for you, and then this person is just on a downward spiral. Everything, you know, they're losing their prestige, they're losing their influence, They're losing, people basically being on their dick or clocking their people kissing their, they're losing all of these things, okay? Businesses in shambles, personal reputation is in shambles, right? And they're seeing this energy shift, all right? And all of this light, all of this glory, shining on you, shining on the work that you're doing. They're seeing people, celebrating you and lifting you up, and they just don't know how to do it because they were used to people, picking on you, talking shit about you, throwing rocks, and hiding their hands for so long. Now that you're in this position of glory and reverence, and people are speaking highly, and people are speaking favor over you, and when people are mentioning your name, they're like, "Yeah, did you see that last thing that Baddie did? Did you see? Man, it's great. That was really informative. People are learning from you. People are looking up to you. They don't know how to take it because they used to be that person, right? And it was the fact that they didn't have the maturity in the past when people were, talking shit or speaking negatively on your name, and they were in that, leadership role or that position to really kind of nip it in the butt and say, again, number one, we just met her. We don't even know. We don't even know Baddie. How are you even saying this stuff? Do you know her from the hood? Did you grow up with her? Okay. And even if you did, what receipts do you have to back up what you're saying, right? Uh, they didn't maturity. They went with the crowd because the thirst of popularity meant more to them than their own integrity, than their own character, right? Now your character over this time, now that time has passed, is really, really shining through, and you're being celebrated by those who were mature and held that reserve with that kind of wait and see attitude. Let me see how, this young lady let me see how it works out here. And now it's paying off. This person feels silly because they're stuck, right? They're stuck because they did what they did, they said what they said, they moved how they moved. And there is, with this Two of Pentacles energy, there's really no way they can clean it up, right? They can't come back and be like, oh, well, I always knew X, Y, and Z, because I feel that whole entire time for the clout, for the fame, for the accolades, for whatever, they were willing to do whatever, even if it meant throwing you under the bus. So they were willing to toast it up, have dinner, with your enemies, fuck your cousin, your bitches in your hood. They were willing to do all of that as long as it meant, they thought they were going to get some clout for betraying you. There's no way to really go back on that energy now. And so that's why they're kind of in this Nine of Swords, this really angst energy, because it's like, it wasn't worth it. They didn't expect the wheel to change. They didn't expect the tables to turn here. Yeah, here he is on the bottom of the deck. Now everything is upside down. Okay. Everything that he once held is now reversed. All right. It's almost feel like, damn, I really played myself. I played myself out of a position. But they really could have dealt with you like you were missing out, or you needed to do X, Y, and Z. The one thing that I love about this energy here is that, I feel like you've always held your own. I feel like it was hurtful. I feel like you felt, stuck. Um, and at one time you could have felt stuck and trapped, by these people's opinions and all the negative things that they were saying about you. But deep down inside, okay, with that Six of Wands, I feel like you've always known that you've had something to say. You've always known that you were here to make a positive impact on the earth. And I feel like that energy, that Six of Wands energy, that deep winner, that champion inside of you, is what kept you holding on and moving forward in spite of this vicious betrayal, okay? Possibly by someone close to you or someone you cared about. I don't really see no cups out here. Okay. This person could have also, again, I felt like they slept with people that, either you worked with or were in the same field. Again, all for clout, all because they felt like it was going to get them, some type of respect. But I feel years later, as time has passed, now people are looking back on those actions and they're looking at this person like, damn, you really a fucking loser. Look at all that shit you did trying to prove that, Baddie wasn't this and that. And now look at Baddie. Now they're looking at them like they're fucking stupid. Like they're, I mean, here. All right. So, what are the surprises in this outcome? Okay, here you avoid this person's brewing and all of that by continuing to focus on your work and by continuing to be proud of yourself, by continuing to be proud of your progress. Okay, here just keep moving forward. All right. Don't lose no sleep over somebody that was not losing sleep over you in the past. And I feel like that was something that they really wanted, which is why, they were trying to triangulate all of these other people, essentially losers, uplifting losers, trying to make you feel some type of way, like you should compete, but I feel like you were smart enough to move beyond that. But you may have lost sleep in the past, but I feel like you're doing much better now. So again, don't get stuck and don't lose sleep over somebody that didn't give a fuck about how they left you and how they treated you. If that meant it was going to get them some fucking attention at the end of the day. Attention don't last, which is why you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. All right. I feel like this other individual lives for attention, and they can't take back the shit that they said. And I feel like whatever they said about you, trying to get cool points and trying to get brownie points, all right, that's the fucked up part. And now as you could be elevating and moving in circles where people are going to reveal to you exactly what this person was saying about you behind your back and exactly how they were betraying you with their actions and with their words. Okay. Yeah. Here's the world. Here's the world card. Extra joker. Somebody was being an extra fucking goofy, and there's no way they can take back what they said. There's no way they can take back what they did. And I feel like their worst nightmare is you finding out just how much they were competing with you, just how much they were talking shit about you, just how much they were getting other people to compete with you and go up against you. I feel like your feelings would be hurt, but I feel like it's their worst nightmare because you are elevating, because you are moving forward, that now you'll be in a position to possibly cross paths with somebody that will enlighten you on just how deep the betrayal runs with this person. All right. It says the clover leaf is a beater of good tidings, but if near clouds, it denotes great change. If, however, no, does not lie near the 29th. What is it near? It's near all the good things. Yeah. All right. And so now, again, this person's worst nightmare is that you have risen above all of this bullshit. What's crazy is deep down, I feel like deep down, this person also wanted to marry you or realizes after the fact that they would have married you if they had an opportunity to marry you, but they let these people get in their heads. So that's another thing, because I feel like even if they did get married or even if they are seeing somebody, they don't measure up. Okay. To you, they try to replace you with other people or this other person, and that person doesn't hold a candle to you um at all. And it's the fact that even with this slander, and even they left you in a bad way, you really did keep fighting. You really did get it out of the mud to pull yourself up. All right, to keep persevering and put yourself in a position to be, quote unquote, in a winner's circle. but it's the kind of circle that, again, can't nobody knock you out of because you built it. You understand what I'm saying? Here, all right. This is something you ain't gotta compete with nobody because you're in a league, you're in a league of your own. It's you. It's something that you've built. It's something that you've established. And that's the great thing, because I feel like this person spent a lot of time trying to triangulate you and make you look to the left and right and make you feel like, again, you had to compete with bitches that did not compare or measure to you, what you bring to the table, your essence, your beauty at fucking all, like at all, right? Here's the Knight of Wands, all right? Now everybody's on your jog. Now everybody got passion for you. Now everybody's, speaking your names, probably in a lot of rooms you haven't entered into yet, all right? It says this Knight of Wands denotes honor, okay, and recognition of your work, all right. And a sure sign of business success. Okay. So you are elevating, right? Amongst those people, again, and people that were just too immature to give time for God to make the revelation, but that's how God works. A lot of times you are in plain sight. The glory of your greatness is in plain sight, but you may be covered in mud. You may be, have pimples on your face, or, 50 pounds overweight, or and people like, but I feel like God does that on purpose. So the true hearts of the people that you are surrounded by reveals themselves. So when God does begin to peel off the layers on you, like this onion, and then you are revealed, right? That lotus flower, then get okay. Lotuses grow in the dark, in the mud, and you're revealed, but you become this beautiful thing, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling like. It was probably hurtful. It was probably lonely. The rejection, all of that, but it was necessary. So when you finally do get there on your own and without all these people that said you would need this and this and this, and all these people that delighted in, saying no, or all these people that had the opportunity, could have extended the helping hand and all that, but was like, ha, 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 ha. Now you have this thing that is all on your own, all from your own talent, all from your own energy. They really can't take that away from you. And they can't take back what they said. They can't take back what they, how they treated you, right? Your talent and your gifts make room for you, okay? Even in doors that were previous closed, and they may have been previously closed because, again, everybody had to do this and that to get them, but I feel like your gifts have made room to walk into the rooms of people that felt like they had the power to deny you access, and now they can't. And now when you walk in there and you stand before them, you can look these same people in the eyes, and they have to stand on how they treated you. They have to stand on what the fuck they said about you, and it's the fact that they said this shit about you, not having met you a day in their fucking life, not even knowing you, but just being immature and just being childish. And that's real sad, because I feel like they missed out on a blessing. And a lot of people are realizing that, or will be realizing that after the fact, that had they just been mature, okay, about the entire situation, okay, here, they could have had something beautiful and amazing with you, all right? But that's their problem, not yours. All right. That is what I have for you, Divine Feminine, my beautiful baddie. I will see you next time. Again, make sure you like this video. You can donate to the channel below, or you can donate in VIP Patreon. Okay. You can hit the cafe and sip on my psychic prediction receipts, okay, as a way of a monthly donation. Either way, I thank you and love you so much.